Okay, we're doing some testing here, and wow, it took me all day to figure out this audio system and get the echo out of it, and perseverance. I was determined to make the the equipment we have work, and we have no viewers right now, so I guess I'm gonna have to uh, click off of this. Oh, wait a minute, it says we have four there. Anyway, I'm gonna check on this and make sure it works, and I want to apologize to everybody the other night when we couldn't get our act together and couldn't get our act together. And let me say this: that day, that evening, we were so distraught over the passing of Jester, one of our club members, our Houston chapter president, and we just weren't on, and I thought I had it figured out, and I didn't, and I should have done more testing before we came on the air, and I apologize for that. That was my fault. That was my fault. So if you'll forgive us, we'll be back this weekend and do that show over uh, with the same topics. I did make a video that you probably may have seen them today about virtual schooling, and I thought that was kind of interesting because of our club members, the younger ones who have young kids in school, are struggling with the virtual learning, and uh, bikers have kids too, and that's the way it is. And brain damage, thank you, man. Jester was a great guy, a good club member, and he knew the MC world well. And there will probably be a memorial ride, I would imagine, whenever they get it planned out, and it will be big because he was well respected in the community, and like I said, a heck of a guy. He would do anything for you. He would do anything for you within his power. And he was an engineer, and so incredible loss for us. Incredible. And that'll play on our mind for a while. It's like the loss of the chapter president in Arizona, who passed from a motorcycle accident. And let me tell you, that was another one that went too young. That went too young. But I will comment on some things that went on today. And as we all know, Pelosi, Pelosi went to the beauty shop to get a blowjob. Yep, she did. Yeah. So what hypocrites they are, right? What freaking hypocrites. I mean, now the people on the left are trying to convince us what we've been seeing since January, the COVID virus, and then the incident with George Floyd, where that police officer, that fool, had his knee on that man's neck. Now, he was pumped full of drugs, so fentanyl. So, but look what it's caused. But now they're trying to convince us what we're seeing in the streets, what we've been seeing in the streets for months, is now somehow Trump's fault. And there's plenty of proof out there, that that there ain't none of this Trump's fault. The coronavirus came from China, out of some damn lab or whatever. And he had no control over that. And the BLM crap and everything that's going on, that's not him. That's on them. That's on them. So it's an incredible thing we're seeing, where now they're trying to flip everything, and it's our fault, including white people, including Trump supporters. You know, my God. My God. But now they're trying to mix bikers in as right-wing supremacist, or maybe white supremacist, or whatever term you want to throw on it. And this is kind of what we and other clubs have been worried about, that we would get lumped in with these people. And we'll be talking about this weekend with OG. Because OG and I, as much as we followed the same career paths for a while, because we both worked in the alarm industry, fire alarm, burglar alarms, security industry. I did that for 10 years. He did it for longer than I did. I was a branch manager, and he was a CEO for Honeywell. And then I moved on back to aircraft. And so then as aircraft quality inspector, I've seen it all. And a 25-year union member that knows unions well. And let me tell you, they're pieces of crap. They're busy selling everybody out. You know, I can say this because I know when the company started paying the wages of the president and the chairman, guess what? They owned them. And so, you know, it was, I've seen it firsthand. And at one time in my life, I was a union organizer. Yes, I was. So I know all this stuff well. And we can talk about it all damn day, because I got plenty to say about it. Liars and thieves and, you know, crooks. That's my opinion. But my opinion is based on experience. But, you know, and I've got a lot of experience. I was a, pilot, a yachtsman. Oh, yeah. In the Navy, 5 years. Spent most of my time, the second half of my Navy career with Marine Recon. Have a group we were in. So, you know, it's an interesting thing, an interesting life. Road race motorcycles for a very long time. And, you know, I mean, we worked it. I had fun and we worked at it. You know, I used to tell my brother, who was God bless him, because he had a stroke and he's in assisted living now. 10 years younger than me. But I used to tell my brother when he would be fussing about all the things I had. You had a 45-foot sailboat. And so, you know, it's like, you know, he who dies with the most toys wins. And, you know, I was part of that crowd. But, you know, my little brother, like I said, he would say something to me about, you know, all the stuff I had, and, you know, that I would go, Steve, it all starts with a J-O-B, and keeping at it. That's how you accumulate things through life. That's how you buy a home. That's how you buy automobiles. That's how you build a custom Chevrolet. And I got one, 1957. But it all started with a job and being consistent. Before I retired, the longest I've been without a job was 2 weeks. And I didn't get started till I didn't go to, well, really, I joined the Navy at 18, first job I ever had. So, I mean, it is, that is the essential part of life, is being productive for yourself, for your family, for your country. And I do believe that. I do believe that. So, and our way of life is in danger. I mean, what the hell? Everybody's not going to work? We got people out there on the left say, don't go back to work. And one reason I think about the Nancy Pelosi blowjob is so bad, the one reason I think that is so bad is because hair salons are still closed down there. Is that not ridiculous? Let me tell you guys, Texas is up and running. It is up and running. And Fauci comes out again and starts his crap, poo-pooing the numbers that the CDC just put out about the coronavirus, about the people that actually died from the virus was about 9,000. And then he comes out and says, well, everybody died from the coronavirus. Well, they had underlying conditions, yeah. Most of them, and most of them, 40% of them were elderly. But, hey, I got to answer a question here. What happened to number 14? We're going to do it over again this weekend. Because the audio was messed up on it. I just now figured it out about 30 minutes ago. So I had to come online and test it. and meanwhile, I'm doing a little bit of a rant during this test. So maybe I'll change the title, maybe I won't. But I'm happy to hear, and you guys are telling me that the sound quality is now up there where you can hear it without an echo. So I'll wait for somebody to answer me on the live chat here. But wow, man, wow, what a weekend! And now they're trying to tell us all this crap. Hey, did you see Herschel Walker's kid on the YouTube videos? That's kind of interesting. And I didn't even know he had a kid. But evidently he is gay. But he's on the right side, man. He's on the right side. So that's where we're at. That's where we're at. Look, we're going to have to get out there, all of us on this channel, all of our subscribers, everybody, and we're asking you to pass the word. Go vote in person. Don't depend on the mail. And pass that on across this nation. You cannot depend on the post office to deliver your vote either on time or to deliver it at all. Because as we know, they are federal employees, even though there's a government entity that says they're not, they are. It was the Constitution that created the post office. And that's the reason they're not worried about money. They're not worried about it. The Constitution says there will be a post office. Well, by God, if the post office is running behind on money, guess what? We got to pony up. We got to pony up. So that's where we're at. So yeah, hey, Big Luck. I agree with everything you're saying. And he's saying here, Americans can choose to hold on to the idea of what America used to be, but the change is unstoppable. Yeah, you're correct about that. You're correct about that. But not the kind of change they're frickin' talking about. Not that kind of change. And I have to believe there's more sane people out there in our country than there is these maniacs that are out there burning cities down. Matter of fact, I think the longer they keep that up, the worse it is. And you know what? Let me tell you. They're going to turn on each other. They are going to turn on each other. I'm meaning the Antifa types and the politicians. Because as we've seen in Portland, they're he was on their side. He was on their side, and the minute he kind of let up on it and say, hey, look, you got to stop this stuff. Here they come back at him, and now they want to run him out of town, and they have. He's leaving his home to get away from them. Wow. That is incredible. He thought he was one of them. He thought he was one of them. Yeah, hell, wear a spacesuit to go vote. But here in Texas and other places around the country, hey, you're not going to get the coronavirus outside. It was Dr. Siegel that speaks on Fox News all the time, said, hey, you got to be around somebody for about 10 minutes to get it in close proximity. But we did have a guy tell us the other day here on one of the local talk shows that said, hey, if you want to test your mask, if you can blow a candle out with it on, it ain't worth a damn. It's not worth a damn. So, it's like I said, get out there, vote yourself. Don't trust the post office. Even if you got to stand in line 6 feet apart, take a damn tape measure with you. But I will say this much. In our polling area, in our neighborhood, which is a mixed neighborhood, when we went to the polls in the primaries, the other side wasn't around very much. So I don't know what's going to happen. You know, the mail-in voting is a problem, and you need to pass that along to everybody. If they want their vote to count, go in person. Don't believe this bullshit. Don't believe it. And especially our side, show up in mass. I know I'm going to. I know my family's going to. I know my kids are going to. Because if my kids were out there in these streets doing this crap we see going on, or my grandkids, guess what? They're cut out of the damn wheel. I promise you. And they know I mean it. If any of my grandkids, they're in college right now, which we contribute to, guess what? If they're out there in the middle of this bullshit, that's it. And they know their granddad means it. That's true. And and some people don't have any control over their kids. They're just going to do what they're going to do. But that's because of maybe the schooling they're getting. I don't know. I don't like the end product that are coming out of our schools, public schools and universities. They are sending us a substandard product. So I think they all should be fired. I don't think the government should be giving them any money. Hell, it's not the government, it's us. It's us. Ghost Eagle, I agree with you. If my bat can touch you, you're too close. Stay out of my space. I promise you, did you see that guy? And you know, that's what's going to be part of the 414 show. And it will be, it's still, I'll show it this weekend. But I know you've probably seen it by now. That guy was hit in the back of the head with a brick. Knocked him out, and all them fuckers are out there laughing. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That Trump supporter that was shot in Portland? Let me tell you, when I go out for my morning walks and stuff, I don't leave the house without my sidearm. Not at all. And 90% of the time, I've got it on. And if I was to see somebody coming after me like that, trying that kind of BS, they're dead. They're dead. Now, there better not be anybody come into our neighborhood, because me and my neighbors, we're ready. We're ready. But this is what we need to do. We need to tell the politicians, we need to tell the police departments, hey, if you're not going to take care of this, if they come into our neighborhoods, we will. We will. So you need to stop this crap right now. Right now. Matters Workshop. The only thing I'd be mailing in would be my middle finger. There you go. There you go. Well, you guys, it's 12:22 a.m. here, and I've been watching a bunch of YouTube stuff. You know, when I'm bored and I'm not out here. Of course, I've been out here now in the studio for about 14 hours, trying to figure this sound system out. And like I said, I was determined to make it happen. And to go in and wind down, I'll watch an old cowboy movie or something, or maybe an old military movie. The older they are, the better I like them. Yeah, yeah. And so I'm going to be ending the live stream here, and I'm happy I figured this out. I'm telling you. Logging on, and I will say one thing for YouTube, logging on to YouTube with a live stream is easier than logging on to that damn Facebook. They need to fix that. With that, everybody, have a good weekend and ride safe, everybody. We will be back on this weekend with show number 414. Thank you a lot, and have a good night.